Right, hello everyone and welcome to this video that I desperately wish existed when I was a scared little 10-year-old shoving toilet paper in my underwear because I had no idea how to handle what was happening to my body. So if you're a girl right now navigating all of these weird changes, maybe you're feeling lost or you just wish you had someone to talk to, this is going to be our big sister chat. No judgment, just some laughs at my past self, most likely, and just the honest truth that would have saved me so much stress growing up. Grab something comfy, I've got some tea cakes that I'm going to probably eat all 6 of. Let's just talk about our bodies. Let's pretend we're somewhere nice. I'm going to pretend like I'm parked up at a beach. And not just on the side of the road. So puberty hit me around 10 or 11. That's when I started my period. I believe 10. I can't quite remember. But I remember being in primary school. I'm pretty sure I was in year 6, so about 10 or 11. When I started my period, I knew what it was. I do remember a woman coming to our school when I was in primary school and just talking about it quite vaguely, just what it is and this is bad. And so even though I think I knew what a period was when I had my first one, I didn't know how to handle it. So I literally was lining my underwear with toilet paper to catch the blood. My mum obviously, I'm assuming, noticed the blood in my trousers and underwear, realised I started my period and had said, "It's a period, use a pad." But looking back, I just wish I had been sat down and properly educated on what was going to happen to my body. Because going through primary school, bleeding out of my fanny, stuffing toilet paper in my underwear wasn't a fun time. And then obviously came the rest of puberty. And for me, around 14 to 16, I became a massive twat. There's a lot of emotions, big mood swings, and a lot of those negative. I was very unhappy a lot of the time. Again, I had no idea hormones could make you feel like that bad. And although there were other things that had happened in my life that had a negative impact, I just thought I was a horrible person. But as I got older and my hormones kind of leveled out, I eventually realised, okay, I'm not actually just a twat. So I want to talk properly about periods for a bit because it's a big part of this wild ride as a woman. Your uterus is basically redecorating every month, building up a lining in case of a pregnancy. No pregnancy, then everything gets evicted. And that's where you get all the cramps and all the bloating and emotions. So the average cycle is around 28 days, but anywhere between 21 and 35 is normal. And when I was younger, in my teens, mine was all over the place. And you know, one thing that I wish I had been taught earlier is that discharge is completely normal. Clear or white, sometimes a little sticky, especially around ovulation. That's your body doing its job. No one ever taught me that, so I spent way too long worrying about it. Now, if the discharge smells off or is a bit green and chunky, then you should speak to your doctor. But everyday stuff, normal. And please remember, your vagina is self-cleaning. Don't douche up it. Don't put any soap up it. That's just a fast track to a yeast infection, or worse. You do not need to clean around the edges, you know what I mean? Boobs. When my boobs grew, I felt very awkward. I don't have the smallest of titties, but they're not too big. They're not annoyingly big, but as a runner, they do get in the way. I had no idea how to handle this sudden change. Thankfully, my mum did take me and my sister at some point to get properly measured, and we were able to get bras that actually fit. And that would be my biggest advice, is to get professionally measured. even though I literally haven't gone since that day, and my boobs are bigger than then, and I'm still fitting in, like, I'm still like shoving them into way too small bras. So I'm giving you advice to professionally measure your boobies, and I have not done that since I was early teens. You know, do as I say, not as I do, please. Body hair pops up in all sorts of new places. Legs, armpits, arms, a happy little trail down here. And yes, ginger pubes if you are blessed like myself. You can shave, wax, laser, leave it. It's entirely up to you. There is no medal for being completely bald. People are so weird about body hair. It's bizarre. If we weren't meant to have hair, you would not have it. Your body is not meant to be completely hairless like a child. Acne. Still my nemesis at 25. Be kind to your skin. I made it worse with harsh products that if it didn't give me instant results, I was changing every like month or so. You need to get the right products for your skin type, and also give it time. And also food, sugar. Sugar is a big trigger for my skin, especially like fizzy drinks, which I drink still way too much of, which is probably why I, So find what works for you and give it time. Back to periods for a second. I am a total tampon girly. I used to wear exclusively pads up until some point in my teen years where my periods were quite heavy and pads were just not working. And I don't like the feel of a pad. I feel like I'm wearing a nappy, you know? If you want to give tampons a go, my advice, there are different types you can get. You can get some that don't have an applicator or ones with an applicator. The ones with an applicator are the only ones that work for me. They're the only ones I can actually get up there. So what I do, get my tampon, I do bits of a squat, put it up, relax, make sure relax, don't tense. When you put the tampon in, don't shoot it straight up like a rocket. Kind of angle it a bit towards your lower back. And then the applicator, doop. And then she's in. There's different sizes. You can start with a smaller one. If it's in right, you won't feel it. You're not supposed to feel it, and it shouldn't hurt. So if you can feel it or it hurts, take it out. If you want, you can start again. If not, maybe try it the next day. Change it every 4 to 6 hours. Toxic shock syndrome is real, and it's not something you want to learn about the hard way. Also, let your vulva breathe when you can, okay? So I sleep naked, so she gets her wafting in the night. Cotton underwear, something I need to get better at doing. And avoid tight synthetic clothing all day. So not leggings throughout the day, all day, every day, like I do. And remember, your vagina has its own natural scent. That's normal. It's not going to smell like flowers. Body image. Insecurities. Around 14 is when I became really insecure about my body. Because of some messy home situations, I guess you could put it. I was never really taught, I was never taught, full stop, about eating healthy or moving your body or anything like that. Like, we had home cooked meals basically every single day, but how to eat well for your body to make you feel good, stay healthy, was just not something that was done in our house. And then in my teen years, I fell into a binge and starve cycle. And this went on for years. It was exhausting and made everything else that was happening feel 10 times worse. And if you're in that place right now, hating what you see in the mirror, I see you. Social media makes it so much harder. All the perfect edits, angles, heavy makeup, surgeries and filters. It's easy to get caught up with this, especially when you're young. What I wish I could go back and tell 14 to like 22-year-old me. Your hormones do calm down eventually. You won't feel so depressed and overwhelmed every day of your life. It's going to be a tough fight, but it will be worth it. Older you is going to make sure it will be worth it. I'm 25 as of today. It's my 25th birthday. And my relationship with food and my body has gotten so much better over time. I still work on it every single day, but I'm doing better than I ever thought was possible. Remember, your body is not the enemy. I have stretch marks. I have stretch marks down my boobas. I have them on my hips. I have them on my legs down here. I have cellulite on my thighs. I have belly rolls when I sit. This is normal. This is what a real body looks like. And things that I'm trying to get better at is eating foods that make me feel good. I have IBS. I've got a whole lot of stomach issues. So figuring out what foods actually make me feel good and give me energy and help me recover after my workouts, it's quite hard. It is important. It will make you feel so much better about yourself. And moving your body because it's powerful, because you can do it. It's a privilege to be able to move our bodies, not do it because you're punishing yourself. Yeah, I have a bad shoulder. It makes it some things difficult, but my legs work. I'm not in pain every single day. You know, I can move, I can run. I'm going on a 10-mile hike tomorrow. Why would I not take advantage of that while I'm young and I can do this? And moving in a way you enjoy. So I enjoy running, I enjoy hiking, I enjoy weightlifting. So I do all of those. I don't do anything else because I don't really care about doing anything else myself. So it might be a bit of trial and error, but try different sports and just find out what you like. The biggest thing I've learned is that it does get better. Now, I am one of the lucky ones. Unfortunately, things like PCOS, endometriosis, these things exist and affect women throughout their lives. But for me personally, I'm lucky. So thankfully, everything has eased over time. And I feel like every year I feel more at home in my own body. And I just hope that that is something that every woman out there can feel one day. So it really sucks when you don't feel like that. Anyway, I'm going to leave that here for now. Your body, it's weird, it's wonderful, and it's constantly changing. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. And drop in the comments below, what's one thing that you wish someone had taught you about your body growing up? We're all here just trying to figure it out together. Hopefully this helped you feel a little less alone. Hopefully you learned something. If you're a young girl, take something from this video, I hope. I would like to do more of these types of videos. Maybe do a bit more of a dive into puberty or confidence, food freedom, anything. Let me know. So like if you want, subscribe if you want, share the video, get this out to as many women and girls as we can to build a little community. So yeah, thank you for watching and listening. I will see you in the next one. Ta-da!